Hey guys, it's Spicewave here, and I'm back with another Playing PlayStation Home in 2023 video. Now, it's been a long time since I've made one of these videos, and as you can tell by the title, this series will no longer be about my PS Home offline builds, it's now about my PS Home online server. And for those of you wondering how to play on this server, stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you all that you need to know about it. And with that said, let's get started with a space that has working minigames. So to start, here we are at Southern Island Hideaway. What I like about this space is that here in PS Home Online, apart from the jet skis on PC, the minigames here actually work, such as the mining minigame up there, so let's go and check that out. And here we are by the mining platforms. You can select either one of these. I like to go for this one for some reason, but as you can see, dig for fossils once per day. It resets at midnight, I believe. Well, I always used to play this minigame back in the day, and I really enjoy it because of all the different combinations you can do. As you'll see when we go on, we'll get more tools. So let's swing with the pickaxe. And now we have a third tool. I believe if you do every single combination, you'll get every single item. But obviously you can't do them all in one go, so you kind of have to just pick and mix the tools you want to use. Just to know it's there, and I guess let's go crazy again. Small clod of dirt. If you didn't know, don't try and go for seconds. It's just not worth it, especially with a rope that looks like that. Always quit, because if you fall it breaks whatever you've picked up. It's not worth trying to go for a second unless your rope is, well, not looking like that. But anyways, once we've got our item, then we can go down these stairs just over here. And underneath the stairs, there's a table where essentially they can get rid of the dirt and see what's in there. Sometimes you get a bonus thing, but let's see what we get. A small clod of dirt. There's also a medium and a large clod of dirt you can also get. And what do I get? Maple leaf. Oh, I didn't have that. That's cool. And then if we go around here, thanks to something I've added in my online server, you can actually go up this ladder right here, as technically you own that apartment just up there. I've added that so you can go up there. And then if we go all the way around here, there's another mining site that we can do. And if we keep going, then down here, there's another set of mining walls, which these we can do one a day. Only mine at each site once per day, not mine once a day. Anyways, now let's do a different combination. And just keep swinging. Just hit it again with your metal hands. And keep going. And let's go all out. Please don't snap, rope. Please don't snap. Hanging on by a thread. Yep. Like I said, if the rope snaps, you just fall down and whatever you've mined out gets broken. So that's why I don't go for seconds. Anyways, let's go back to that table and see what we got. And here we are. Do we get any bonuses this time? Probably not. And we have a fragment. Okay, that's it. Cool. Now let's move on to another space, a fan favourite space with very cool minigames. Let's go. And here we are at Acorns Meadow Park Thanksgiving Edition. Now what I really like about this space is, unlike offline, the minigames here actually work. At least mostly, but as you can see, if we go over here where the RC stand is, we can go up to this guy, and we can hire a bunch of remote planes and helicopters, and also boats, but for this I'm just going to show you the jet, since that's obviously everyone's favourite and the first. Looks weird with the mech jet animation, but that's totally normal. And then now we can fly it around, gives us instructions, so right stick forward for speed, like that. Left stick to obviously steer. Then R2 to do a flip. What I really like doing is just going over and under this bridge. This never gets old. And also flying through that tunnel over there. Let's give that a try. So first we've got to stand in the middle so we can make it out of both ends, otherwise that jet is going to go out of range by the time it hits the other side of the tunnel. So let's stand roughly here. And now, let's fly it through the tunnel. And good thing to note is we have 3 of those bullet trains running around. The reason they're bullet trains is because, as opposed to the regular steam trains, they're actually a lot faster. As you can see, you can fly through the jet just like that. Awesome. And of course, riding the train also works. So if we go down to the train stop and wait for the next train, which should be, yep, right on schedule, you can buy a ticket to get on the train and ride it around the park. There we are, front seat. And in a few seconds, we'll be off. And yeah, of course, the boat hire works, but I'm pretty sure you can understand how that'll work. I'll show you one other thing that also does work in this area. Another fan favourite thing. And let's get off here since this is our stop. Let's make our way up the hill. And over to the bike hire over there. And yes, you can hire bikes. And yes, you do get to keep them. So here we are. To hire a bike, let's just do this one. Good old mountain bike. And yes, you can ride around on this. And if there's anyone else here, I'd show you it. But you can actually have other people hop on the back. They can request to join you. You can either accept or deny. And if you accept, then they get on the bike with you. Pretty cool. And of course, the bumper cars works very similar. And like I said, so do the boats. And with that said, let's move on to another classic PS Home space. And here we are at the playground, a very classic PS Home space. And just like in the later updates of PS Home Offline, the basketball game here works as it should. Let's see if I can actually make this. Probably not. Please don't laugh at me. No. What? How the hell did I just make that? Okay, that was not intentional, I think. But anyways, another thing you can do with this basketball minigame is if we go over here. And yes, you can do the classic bounce yourself on top of the fence or the police car. I always used to do it like this. I'd always stand here, put my back to it, and then line myself up with that pole and look up as much as I can. And then hold it until that first marker. And oh, nearly. As you can see, it did move me, and the aim of the idea is to get you on the barrier or over it or onto the police car. But hey, at least we know it works. And then if we continue going over here, as you can hear, the music is working. Just like it is in Offline, with all the original songs in their original quality as well, so no playground music in the background. And with that said, let's move on to another space with a minigame that's best played with friends. And here we are at the bowling alley, a very classic space. And obviously the space is enjoyed with friends better than alone, so I brought some. So let's go start bowling. And let's begin. Oh, that's going to go to the left. Yep. Not the best. Not the worst, but not the best. Oh, that's going left again. Damn it. Ah, just one. 7. One pin. And Ooh, good spare. Good spare, Vec. Strike, great. Oh, this is not my day, is it? And let's go. Now if I pull it slightly to the left, it's okay. Oh, nearly hit that front pin. Can I get a spare out of this? That's actually center now. Or not. Oh, lick of paint, as my dad says. Oh. Ooh. Nearly skated across and knocked it, but it was too far back. Could be worse. And kaboom, strike. That's more like it. Replay. Just eviscerated. No, not bad. GG. GG. Okay, so that's all I'm going to show you in this video in terms of what's available on my server. But just to give you an idea of what else there is, on the navigator, there should be a section called Featured Games. And this section contains spaces that have working minigames or are the best of the best spaces in PS Home. Sometimes both. This list will be updated and changed as time goes on, so keep an eye on it. But anyways, now on to how you can play on this server, and lucky for you, it's pretty straightforward. But before we do that, let me just answer some commonly asked questions you might have about it. So currently, you can play on both PS3 and PC, and yes, they are crossplay with each other, as I'm currently on PC, but a few of those you saw earlier were playing on PS3. Which platform is better if you have the choice? Honestly, that's down to you to decide, as each platform has a different set of pros and cons. For example, on PS3, if you play on the same account as you bought items on over 8 years ago, before PS Home closed, they will be in your inventory when you first log back in, and certain features such as the friends list will work on PS3, but currently does not work on PC. Whereas on PC, the load times are much shorter, including the boot time, and it's much more easier to install PKG add-ons if you need to. Plus, there's of course the option of a higher resolution and more frames per second, although do keep in mind that some mini-games rely on the game being 30 FPS, as for example, setting the FPS count to 60 frames per second will cause the Icebreaker arcade minigame to run at double speed. And for those of you wondering if there are any video tutorials on how to install PS Home, you're in luck, because that's exactly what I have for both PC and PS3. Links to them will of course be in the video description, and if you need any technical support with them, my Discord server will also be linked in the description, where you can ask for help there. Anyways guys, that brings us to the end of the video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. More PS Home content is coming soon, so stay tuned for that. But until then, take care and peace.